As we mentioned earlier, we may be heading into our first real heat wave of the summer.
And that means remembering how to prevent heat-related problems. CBS 2's Dr. Max Gomez tells us that starts with hydration, especially for kids. Max.
Yeah, that's right, Dick and Christine. You know, the #1 heat hazard for kids is dehydration. Especially when they get so excited playing, they may forget to drink enough. Here's the signs of dehydration to watch for and what's the best way to keep your kids hydrated. These kids have the right idea about keeping cool in hot weather. Play in cool water. And after a while, if you get thirsty, Jenna Sarhan knows exactly what to do.
I go and there's a water fountain and I go and drink some water.
In most cases, that's still the best choice, plain water. Generally, it's only if kids have been playing and sweating for hours that they may need a little extra, meaning electrolytes. That's something to replace the salt, mostly sodium and potassium, that we all lose in our sweat.
There are some things like coconut water, any of the other drinks that are marketed as water with electrolytes would at least be maybe a little bit better than water itself. You can also find things like Smart Water that are marketed as water with some electrolytes, so those are adequate as well. Vitamin Water would be another brand.
Dr. Peter Shearer, the medical director at the Mount Sinai ER, says it's rare to see kids come in with a serious heat illness because they're pretty good at drinking when they get thirsty. But it's still a good idea for parents to be vigilant.
They should be asking every once in a while to go to the bathroom. They should be urinating throughout the course of the day.
And also watch for these signs of dehydration: headache, irritability, reduced physical ability, and confusion or reduced thinking ability. That's when it's important to get a child into a cool spot and get them to drink. But don't confuse energy drinks with sports drinks. The energy drinks have caffeine and often a lot of sugar, both of which can make matters worse. Now, even sports drinks can have a fair amount of sugar in them, which you might want if you're running a marathon or playing in a long soccer match. But for kids, dilute that sports drink about 50-50 with plain water, or look for the low-cal version of those drinks. And one more good way to hydrate that kids really love is ice pops. Again, just look for the low-cal kind. Yeah, some of them have an awful lot of sugar. Just check and see how many calories they've got.
Anything else, though, that we can do to just be aware and look out for signs of dehydration?
Well, the signs for dehydration we talked about a little bit, but if you really are starting to get some of those signs, it's also important, in addition to drinking water, get the child out of the sun into a cool place in the shade, or preferably some air conditioning. Start giving them the water, getting them to drink. And you know, if it looks like they're really getting confused or they're not bouncing back in a few minutes, then you might want to think about taking them to the doctor or the emergency room. But for the most part, kids are usually pretty good about drinking when they get thirsty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unlike some of us older folks
that's
who,
true.
you know, might ignore it for a while.
Ignore it.
That sort of thing.
All right, Max, thanks very much.
Thanks, Dr. Max.
Now,